Hello, Organized Chaos crew. I'm Patty Mason. I'm a brand ambassador with Tula 12, and we are bringing balance to life one stylish organizer at a time. And this is my everyday organizer. Yes, my everyday organizer. That does mean that I do have other organizers. I think right now I'm at about 5. I have one that is my business organizer for my Tula 12 direct sales business. I have one for my home, and it includes inventory of our chest freezer and our long-term storage pantry, along with a couple of recipe books, because I do prep and homestead, so I dehydrate and can and freeze dry and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So I have all my recipes in there. But today we're going to talk about meal planning, and I use my Tula 12 meal planning insert inside my everyday organizer. So let's open this up. So if you're familiar with traveler's notebooks, we're planners and organizers that go along that traveler's notebook concept. But one of the things that makes Tula 12 so unique is our fully customizable organizers. And right off the bat, you see this absolutely beautiful cover. This is called Canyon. And as of today, which is June 30th, 2020, we do still have a few of these in stock, but as soon as they're gone, this cover will retire. And I have the ability to take this zipper, go like that, take this cover off, and put a different one on. Yes, we have interchangeable cover fronts for your organizer, and I have mine on the brown interchangeable cover. So that means I do have a plain brown one that I can put on here. I have couple different covers, but this is the one that I have on there now with my cute little coffee planner charm, all from Tula 12. All right, let's jump into my everyday organizer. If you haven't seen me put this actual organizer together, there is a video that I will share a link to that you can take a look at that to see exactly how I put this one together. But basically the way that it works is we have different inserts. They're little booklets that are individually printed. You can get different styles on the front of them. As you can see, I have all different ones, and each one has a different theme. And when you open it up inside, based on that theme will be what you will see inside. This one here is Bills and Budget, everyone's favorite. But we are going to focus on this one here, the Meal and Grocery one. So what I've done with mine is I like to be able to take it, because I don't want to necessarily take all of this into the grocery store or out of my purse. So what I've done, and this will help you to see how this all works, but these inserts are actual booklets, like I said, printed, and you slide them onto the band system that is inside your organizer. We do also have a video on my channel on how to put one of these together, so you can see that video also. But I took mine and I put what we have, these secretary pockets, as you can see. It has the little curved pocket here, and I take my cover, and that is normally slid into here, but for this video I have taken it out so you can see that. But so I have it in this plastic cover, so it's nice and safe. I can take it all open. I'll show you a page that there's actually stuff written on. I can have it open and ready to go right there on my cart as I'm going through the grocery store and see everything that I need. Now, yes, this may look really organized to you, and I'm going to go through today exactly how I put mine together. So the first thing that I want to recommend is I used the front cover for this, but I always like to have meal ideas. If you're going to be meal planning, I highly recommend that you have meal ideas. Because then it's so much easier. You don't have to come up with an idea in your head. Now, we do also have an insert called the recipe insert, and that one is great and a good one to also have handy when you are looking at your different meal ideas to know what ingredients you're going to need. For myself, I've kind of simplified it. I do have a recipe book that has these in there, but I've simplified these recipes as quickly as best and easy as I can, so that I don't. So, for example, like my cheeseburger mac and my stroganoff, those are actually all meals in a jar, using dehydrated and freeze-dried, powdered different things. So, like, I don't buy macaroni and cheese at the store anymore. I buy elbow macaroni in the bulk, and then I can share the link of the company. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what it is, and I don't want to get their name wrong. But it is a family-owned business, and they sell like different powders, like your powdered milk, powdered cheese, different things like that. And so they actually have Big Daddy Mac, which is their macaroni and cheese powder mix, which is great, and I buy it in a big bulk tub. And so all I need is the elbow macaroni. We have everything else, your milk or dairy product for that, some butter, and then the cheese mix, and we just take it right out of the jar. So if you need to have the recipes handy, then you may want to have your recipe book together with your meal and grocery insert. And that's something that is simple and easy to do. We have what's called jump bands, and you can take the jump bands and put the two inserts together and then put the secretary pockets over them. I think that's a great idea if you don't know off the top of your head what's in your recipes. That could be really helpful, because let's say, for example, I get to the grocery store and I have steak tacos on my menu, and something key like the tortillas they're out of, which is something that could happen with nowadays with the odd shortages that we have in the grocery store while the food industry is catching back up. But let's say, for example, that they don't have the tortilla shells that I need. Yes, I'm sure there are other kinds, but we're very particular about the ones that we use. And so I may want to scratch this or postpone it or change it, do it another day and put something else here. I'd like to have the recipes with to make sure that I get all the ingredients to be able to make whatever that is. So that's an idea for you of having the meal and grocery insert along with the recipe insert. But like I said, I actually keep mine separate and keep it in the kitchen. So I broke mine down, as you can see here, into the different categories. We are meat eaters, but I have pork, chicken, some favorites. These are, definitely, I like the ones that, are requested the most. And our staples in the weekly meal plan. This is great to have some favorites and to have those staples that everyone, like tacos. You can easily do tacos or burgers, every week and not get tired of it, right? So these are the kind of things that we can have often and we don't get too tired of it. Beef, meatless, some sides. This is not a complete list, of course. It's always a work in progress. And then you see that I left this space kind of blank here because I want to share with you another great tip. And this is what I call, if you are on a budget or looking to maybe improve your eating habits or maybe lose weight, if you're working on something like that, I have always suggested to people to have a go-to. Why do you want to have a go-to? Because there's gonna come a day when either you're gonna get home from a busy day of maybe you were at the out out in the pool, or gone for the day at work, whatever it is. But there's going to come a day where it's going to be dinner time. It's going to be that 5:36, whatever dinner time is for you. But it's going to come up to that time, and everyone's going to be like, what's for dinner, what's for dinner, what's for dinner? And you're going to go, oh my God, I completely forgot to take something out, or go. We were supposed to go to the grocery store, we didn't get to, whatever it is. Something's going to happen, and all of a sudden it's going to be crunch time, and I need to put something together right now. Now, what normally happens for so many of us is we get to that moment, and then it's like, well, I don't have anything. Everything's frozen. There's nothing, that we can just kind of whip up. It's, too hot for opening a can of soup or something like that. So we'll just get something to go. Well, then you're impacting your budget, because when you order out, that food is way, way more. You're impacting your health, because a lot of times when we get to go food, it's usually not the best for our health. And if you're working on a weight loss goal, then definitely you don't want to do the to-go. So switch it around and make it a go-to meal. Over the years, as my life and lifestyle have changed, my go-to meal has changed. When I was younger, in my 20s and 30s, and constantly, on the go, and wanted to make sure I had something that I could just boom, real quick put together, I liked quesadillas. I was in a, quesadilla phase where I ate a lot of quesadillas. So I always had tortillas on hand. I always had cheese. That's the two things that you need, is to always have some kind of cheese and some kind of tortillas, and you can make quesadillas. Then you go through and you look and see what kind of little bit of leftovers that you have that you can throw in to your quesadillas, and voila, that's the go-to. For us, usually like burgers or tacos is a really good go-to. Usually we have enough of everything for tacos. If we don't have a tomato, that's something that people can do without, but there's at least the minimum necessary. Spaghetti is another one, especially since I can. Spaghetti's an easy one to grab. You got a jar of spaghetti sauce, maybe some either canned meat, dehydrated meat, or you may even have some frozen, and then some pasta. Boom, done. For us here, it is a homemade version of Hamburger Helper cheeseburger macaroni. That is my go-to, and I do have those already made up in jars, so that all they have to do is ground the ground beef, and then add everything that's in the jar along with some water, and good to go. So what is your go-to meal? I'd love to hear what you come up with, and put it in the comments below. What is your family's go-to meal? Another great one sometimes is this fried rice. If you don't have chicken, you can put pork in, beef, whatever leftovers that you have. So that's a big tip that I recommend, that when you're going to start meal planning, have a list of meals that you can use to quickly create your meal plan. The next thing that I do is I go through the grocery lists, the grocery ads, the grocery store ads. Now, we all know that the grocery store ads start on Wednesday and they run till Tuesday. So what I do is on Tuesday mornings is when I go through the ads, and I have the apps on my phone, and then I do shop at Aldi. I'm here in the Midwest, and so we have an Aldi here, but so I do get that in paper form. I don't know that they have an app, but Jewel has an app, and so I go through the ads and see what is on sale. And that's where I kind of start, and you see, so then I make my list of everything, that's on sale, make sure that I'm, clipping my coupons inside the app. And then from there, then I can plan my meal. Now, I also have, when I do this, I do have my kitchen organizer with me because, again, it has what I have in the chest freezer, what I have for backup in the long-term storage pantry, and then also all of my recipe books. So I have all of my tools together with me along with the meal list, and then I can go. So based on this, one of the big things is peppers are on sale this week, 88 cents each, green, red, and yellow. So I will likely have something on my menu and my meal plan for the week that incorporates peppers because why not? And actually, I have steak tacos on the menu for tonight, which is Tuesday, June 30th. But this sale ad starts on Wednesday, so I'll have to come up with something else. And something that we haven't had in a while is stuffed peppers. Now, another key component to the most efficient way to use the meal plan is then to go, okay, stuffed peppers can either be made in the oven or in the crock pot. So I'll probably look at the weather to see what's happening with the weather, because I'm here in the Midwest and it is June 30th. So of course we are in our most humid time of the year, and even though we have the air conditioning on in the house, I still don't like to turn on the oven and make the air conditioner work even harder, and up the electric bill. So I'll look and see if there is a day that is a cooler, less humid day that might be ideal for turning on the oven. If there isn't, then stuffed peppers will go on any day and they'll go in the crock pot. Let's see, what else? And then definitely Johnsonville brats, which is the favorite brand in the household here, is buy one, get one free. Now, of course, we do have, I buy the big party packs of the Johnsonville brats, and we do divide them up into smaller freezer bags, and they do go into the chest freezer. But this is a great time of the year when things like this are on sale, like this buy one get one free, which is actually ends up being a better deal than when I buy them in the big party box. So I like to take advantage of that and leave the ones that are in the chest freezer in there, and then we'll use these. Or depending on what the date is on the chest freezer, and I'll have to check my freezer insert for that, I may want to rotate, pull those out and put these in. But I know they haven't been in there for very long because we got them right when, probably in May, before these started going on sale. I was completely out of brats, and so we bought one party pack, and then now I've been buying these, so it should be good to be able to use those. So I'll have we're supposed to have a nice weekend without any rain, so we'll probably have brats and burgers on the weekend. So we'll just take that in here. And what I kind of do is, so I might say here will be an open day. I like to have 1 or 2 open days where we can clear out, leftovers, or if people just, I'm not in the mood for what you're making, they can go do their, own thing. And then here we'll do grill, brats, and burgers. So now that I have that on here, now I can go back and double check to see where we at for buns. I think I'll actually going to need burger buns, and brat buns. Now, looking at what the grocery store had, I'll look for some sides to go with this. Usually we'll get something like a coleslaw or a potato salad, maybe some corn, and then there is a watermelon on my list, so we'll, probably be chunking into that. And then usually on Fridays we love to do pizza night. And that will leave us with Wednesday and Thursday. And you can also take a look at what your schedule is during the week and see, like, if you're working right now and if you work later. But I am going to throw a chicken recipe in here. My favorite crock pot orange chicken. And super easy. We will do this on Wednesday. I have a lot more open nights in the summertime, plus I'm not the only person who cooks in the house. So I will usually have 3 or 4 open nights, so that, if anyone else wants to jump in the kitchen and cook something. But crock pot orange chicken. And so I know I need orange marmalade. So go over to the list. And that is something that I do get at Aldi. That's where it's the best price. And they have a absolutely fabulous organic spaghetti sauce. That's $1.89 or $1.89 a jar or $1.98 a jar, but whatever. It's under $2 for an organic spaghetti sauce, and they're awesome. So. And I know I don't have any downstairs, so we go through that quite a bit. But there's been a limit on it, so it's been hard to stock up on that. So basically, here I am. I'm done with frozen pizzas. So I am done with. I have everything. Because I shop on. Because I shop on Wednesday when the new ad comes out. I make my meal plan on Tuesday so that my list is ready for Wednesday. So that means I go into Monday and Tuesday of the next week, and then kind of start it, but it's kind of set up for Monday through Sunday. So that's okay. I can flip a page. I can handle that. I was going to do stuffed peppers. I think what I'm actually going to do is I jumped ahead too much, and we'll do stuffed peppers with. And instead of ground beef, I'm going to use ground turkey for these. So I'm going to do that there, and that way I can have on Monday, I can have an open. And then we can do tacos again on Tuesday, or, I might switch it up. Maybe if it ends up being a cooler day, and I might do enchiladas. We haven't had those in a while. And so I'm just going to put ground beef on my list because I know we're getting low on that. And I put it over here with us, and I put 2 stars because that means I'm going to look for who's got the best price on ground beef this week. And there you go. Hope this helps. Happy meal planning and happy organizing your chaos.